Hello, this is the Roach here, and I'm back. We're going to be going into Bastion today, and we're going to be finishing our route from the Savannah village that we were at to the Desert River village that we're going to. Once we finish that connection, we're probably going to explore that immediate map right there at that place, and then we will probably be looking at moving on to the next place. So we'll probably resort our inventory. I might do that off camera even. So basically I'll jump out, I'll stop recording, I'll fix things up and get it all ready, and then I'll come back in. Looks like we need to go to bed real quick and just sleep this off. We might actually even have finished the route over here, which means that we probably will just go and explore the rest of this map that we're on and then go. We will go ride the rail. So yeah, I just got some stuff in here. It's fine. If we've completed the whole rail, then we can just ride it real quick, and then we'll just jump back. This is just a test to make sure everything's working right. Alright, so that works good. So this is kind of a weird part of the Nether, it seems. I found it a little bit strange anyway. We were kind of down into a cave. Where we go isn't all that far. Like, this isn't a really long distance to travel in the Nether to get over to this other place. And I even use dirt to finish this out. But so yeah, so it's pretty short, not too big of a deal. We kind of bounce back, which means that this might just be a little bit too short. We could also just move it to there. I don't have a problem with that. And this only activates if, let's see. Okay, I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to go like this. Okay. Let's just see if this operates like I want it to. If it does, then this is the way we'll leave it. So I'm coming in, it hits it. See, it's bouncing me back out a little bit, which means that signal's holding for just a little bit too long. But I do like this better anyway. So I actually should be even one more away from there. Since we're here and we're doing this, we might as well move this one as well. Eventually, I kind of think what I should do is remove this switch and hook up redstone so that I can have the switch like right here, and then have just like the redstone go behind that block and then go along the roof or something up over the top, drop down in and connect right here. That way I can just hit the switch here to turn the track here. I don't know if that's going to work, but we might actually look into getting that done and doing that. So I don't like that I bounce back. I don't like that that stays powered just a little bit too long. But I might just not worry about it and live with it. Like this one, we can easily make it go. So let's switch this for a second. Because I just want to see if this side is doing the same thing. So we have 5 powered rails there, and that might be why I'm moving so fast right up into it. Now see, that one works just fine. So I go in slowly, I stop right at the spot. So that one's working good. It's just this one over on the other side that's not working quite right. So if I hit this, turns it on. There we go. It worked that time. It worked perfect that time. That's exactly what I wanted to do, is to push me so that I'm all the way up in. If you have carts before you, what happens is each cart that goes over it activates it, and so you do get some power coming back. So you almost need to hit it and jump out, or jump out and kill your cart back here if you're sending carts up in there, so that the carts that you have in front of you aren't affected by you going over the top of that. But see, and that's the thing, I don't know how to keep that from happening, so that because I would really like for each and every one of these to stop here. I'm wondering, there's probably a way that you can do it so that I could even like make tracks so that each one of them would turn. So the first one would turn and go up and stop over here. The second would turn and stop here. Third one would stop right here. You know, if I built the tracks out properly and made it so that it worked that way. So these would actually be switch gates. There's probably a way to do that so that each one would stop in a different spot. But I don't know how to do it, and I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. In fact, I think that because I had that one successful run, I'm just going to go ahead and go back and call that a done rail from there all the way to this other place. So this is now the closest to home spot that I've got connected in, the one that's down on the other side of the rail here. So we'll go down to that one. Probably get on my horse, ride it around to explore the rest of this map, or at least as much of the map as we can. Then if we can't explore all of it that way, then we'll probably go ahead and explore the rest of it. So this side works really well. That stopped right where I wanted it to. You know what? I think I would like this better if it just came out to right here and then came like that. So yeah, I think I like that better. It just comes out a little bit farther and goes in there. And this might get disrupted somehow. I don't know how it would get disrupted. I think that mobs and stuff can crawl over the top of this without ever messing with it or damaging it in any way, shape, or form. I suppose I could probably drop this down. Maybe even put it underneath that block, and have this line go out underneath the blocks. But I think I'd still have to have it come up and come to the side here. Either that or come to the other side and have a hole right there. But I don't want to do that. I think I like it the way it is. So I think that's fine. I think we're all good with the way it is. I'm going to leave the cart right there. We may have to come back and get it, because I don't know if we have an extra cart over here, but if we have another cart over in here, then I'm probably just going to leave that one there. Actually, I'll probably leave that one there anyway, because we'll be coming back and we can just get it when we come back this way from the new place. So let's see. What do we got? We got everything we need, right? I'm going to put these down, put that up. A lot of this stuff we'll be taking with us to the next place that we have in our inventory right now. And I'm tempted to just go ahead and keep it in my inventory until to take with us right now. We can kick that out because we're not going to need it, and we're probably not going to take it. We only have 8 of those, which is not enough that we're going to be able to make it, and this is not enough redstone either. So we are going to have to go back actually unfortunately. But I think I will do that off map or off camera. I'm going to pull this map down because that's the next place we're going. And if I remember right, this might actually be the one just before I get all the way back to my place, to home. Which is awesome that we're getting that close. It's been quite the long trek. But let's see. I think I still need to inspect this map. And then I think I'm going to possibly make something and put the map up here, because this will be the map for this place, and so I'll just stick it up here. I've been writing down the coordinates for all of the different places now, so I'll have the places. Not only that, but I'll have a portal that goes directly to them, so I can come back to these places when I want to. We'll be making tracks all the way from my base camp, that my first home on this, so because we're finding our way home. That's the name of this series, actually. And so, oh, it's starting to get dark, so we're not going out there. And if he can get out of the way, he's not going to. There he is. Alright. We'll go to bed. And then for the morning, we'll get on the horse, we'll ride around, and then after we've explored this map, I will end the episode. And then I will probably be doing some work off camera to basically get go back. I got to go back and get a few things, and then okay, got to decide where I'm going here. Alright, so we'll stay in with the rivers. We need to go that way. Okay. So, oh, there's another village right here. Let's go check this. Oh, or is this the village we were in? Yeah, this is the village we're in. So we need to go that way, past our portal, and over towards the edge of the map. Whoa! Oh, dang it. Can I jump out? Nope. Not quite that good of a jumper. That's okay, because we got that little hole right there. And we'll avoid these other holes. There we go. Alright, and then we can hook around and go this direction. There's actually a lava pool up here, it looks like. That's what red usually signifies. Oh, yep, see there's a big ravine right here that goes all the way down to lava. So yeah, if you see red on your map, it's most likely lava. I suppose you might have a mushroom island with lots of the red mushrooms on it, but most likely not. Most likely it's going to be lava that you're going to see as red if there's red dots on your map, because it has to cover a fair amount of area in order to show up on the map. Now if you just get one red dot, that's more likely to be your red mushroom. But let's see. And a lot of you might already know all this, so that's fine. But I'm just basically yammering on, because that's what we do when we do these kind of things. Okay, so that jump I did not make, and I don't think I was really all that close either. But that's okay. We actually jumped a little bit too soon, I think. And it was also too far of a distance for my horse to jump. Now, there may be some horses that can jump that, but I think my horse can barely jump the 2 that most of them can. So, yeah, my horse is not a great jumper. But he did that jump alright. So, he can jump a few things and do a little bit of jumping, but that's probably his least favorable quality, is his jumping abilities, which isn't that big of a deal to me because I usually end up having to push my horse across water anyway, so and that's really where the jumping comes in handy, is when you have water that you need to get across. I guess it's handy to get up out of holes and things like that, but most of the time you're going to be able to do that anyway, because you only have your hole a couple deep to hold your horse. So I'm just, there's a desert village right out there, so I'm just going to go hurrying right over there and take a look. Just because when you're in the desert, it's usually a good idea to go and look around. Because yeah, you'll find desert villages. Deserts and savannas are really good places to find stuff, because you've got your desert temples. Your savannas, it's mostly just for villages, but deserts, you've got desert temples and villages that you can be looking around for. I've found lots of desert temples this way, just looking around in deserts. Just come across the desert and you just keep running around until you find something. Alright, and we've got villagers running into cactuses. Oh, there's some fence right there. So that's basically what I was looking for. I was looking for one of these shepherd's houses, is what I usually call them, because I think that that's the person that usually lives in these, is the shepherd. So there's a blacksmith, and that's why I wanted to drop off my horse and come over here. It looks like we're going to need our pickaxe, and we'll just pickaxe our way up to the building. Okay, there we go. Ooh, not bad. Get some iron and iron pickaxe. That's probably the best stuff. Like bread, not a bad deal to have some bread. I do like the apples. The tree saplings are really nothing special, but we'll take them anyway, because I take everything. In fact, I am also taking the chest. Do I have an axe? Yes, I do. Okay, we'll put the redstone up and bring the axe down. So I usually loot just about everything that I find. In fact, if there's a library, I might take the books too. Look around real quick. No, this is pretty simple village, it seems. There is some more buildings down there, but it looked like they were just small buildings, the ones that were down by the water. We do have this cleric's tower. That seems to be the cleric's home, or at least I like to envision it as the cleric's home, because that seems to have been what was usually hanging out around those buildings, was the cleric. I'm going to just put that there and that there. That way they can get up into these houses, and we'll put stick down there. There we go. A little easier for them to get to the houses. And now they can get to the blacksmith. Oh, quit running into cactuses, guys, come on. So, I don't know what cactus the guy's running into, but he's really kicking his butt. Yeah, he went and died because he was running into this cactus. Let's just move it. Apparently that cactus is a hazard to these guys' health. We'll move a couple of these cactuses out of the way. They actually ran into this cactus down here. I saw them running into this cactus right down here. So, maybe we'll make some green dye out of these cactuses. Kill a drown. Ooh, a sponge. I don't know why. They did tell me that auto shutdown was active and that I needed to hit the power button in order to stop it from powering down, but then it powered off anyway. So I've turned it back on, and hopefully it's still recording it. I will hurry and inspect the rest of the map. It's going to interfere us with being able to check out the rest of this desert, but I don't think there's a whole lot more. We might be able to find a desert temple over in that sand dune over there, but that's iffy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go see if I can jump this river, which I can. Good. And then we'll ride over here into the savannah. We're not close enough to actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna hurry and ride and check out the rest of this desert because we didn't get to see much of this side of the desert. I think that's the village that we were at, so don't need to worry about that. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. But we will ride over these dunes a little bit and see if we can see anything that may be sunken down into the dunes, or there's a desert temple over there. And I think I might have saw a village over there too. But yeah, we'll ride up here on top so we can get a better look at what's around us. It doesn't look like there's anything over that way, but the desert keeps going for quite some ways that way, as well as there being mountains over there. And it looks like there's a desert temple right there, and I thought I saw one closer. Guess not. So that's the desert temple that we saw, and we will go over to it. We're actually probably going to have to spend the night in it, so I'll zoom over there as quick as I can. It's not the easiest thing considering there's a river. Alright, so do we have a shovel? No. Okay, we'll just use our meat. Okay, I think that should be good for my horse. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just lighting it up so that I can see what's going on with the desert temple here. I hope I'm getting this recorded, the actual voice to it. I did go quiet there for a while. I'm sorry about that. I do that sometimes. But it's not because most of the time it's because I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. And I'm not really great at talking and paying attention to what I'm doing at the same time sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So down here, if you've seen me go through desert temples, this is the way I usually do them. I'll usually cut in like this, and then I'll light it up, and then I'll keep cutting down around the wall to get the rest of the way down. And then we take out the pressure plate, of course, because you can't have that pressure plate. Okay, we will end up leaving one of these chests, but we will be taking most of what we find inside, like the string and even the rotten flesh. Actually, we have rotten flesh in our inventory as well as bones right now, so we're good there. Which means we can also take the gunpowder. We're going to put these in, actually, get those out, those out. Actually, we'll get all those out for the minute, because I'm going to go here, here, there. Okay, so let's see. Go in here, there. Just throw that for a second. There we go. Then we'll pull these down, because these are going to make up the rest of this, or most of the rest of this. So we're going to hit like that, jump out, stick that there, and where's the orange one? There it is. We'll stick that in the middle. There we go. And now we made a proper use of that stuff. Okay, so then we kick that out and that out. We want to keep the sponge that we got from that dude. I think that I've got the sponge achievement, but we might have to soak this up and then dry it out, just to see, just to make sure that we've got it. Actually, it probably already is soaked. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's see, this one. Ooh, I like the gold. We get a golden apple and a saddle from here. Alright, we'll just see if we can't pick up all that stuff. And we can. Good. And what do we got in here? 3 golden apples. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll take that one. And we had the chest from the village, so I know that I'm already picking that up. Okay, so the extra spot's the book's gonna take up an extra spot, and that is a good book. Blast Protection 2, Looting, and Sharpness. I'll probably use it for the looting and the sharpness and put it on a sword, or maybe a trident, but probably a sword. I had looting on a sword before, and that's what you really need. You need a higher level of looting, but if I have the looting one, then eventually maybe I can upgrade it to a higher level of looting. And having the sharpness on there too will be nice. So when you go hunting for wither skeleton skulls, that's when you want your looting on your sword, so that you can get the skulls that you want. Alright, so did I bring a bed? I didn't bring a bed. You know what? Whatever. I'm already done with this temple. So let's go get my horse. Yes, I'm being a little bit impatient, but why not? Alright, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm done with the desert. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the map. And I kind of like to go right over the top of that hill, really. Because then I can get on the map right where I haven't explored yet. Or at least I can try. Alright, this is dangerous. You have the potential of losing your horse because of fall damage. Oof. That hurt my horse. But it seems to be fine. So I guess the armor actually protected it there, which is cool. I'm glad the armor was able to protect it. So my headset is definitely on at the moment because it just said it was going to shut down again on me. So I wouldn't be surprised if it actually did shut down on me here in just a minute. I think the batteries are starting to get low. So I'm probably going to have to not record for a while on this one tonight. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to record anymore tonight. It just means that it might take me a while to get this charged so that I can record again. I like to give it about 3 hours to charge, and so I'll probably have it on the charger here in just a little bit, and that means that I won't be able to record for a minute. Okay, so the sun's coming out, so we should... Alright, I'm just going to try and get up around, because we're close to getting back, but it's on the other side of this hill. So I'm just going to try and get up and around the hill. There we go. So yeah, we got this river right here, and I'm going to go ahead and cross right here because it's shallow enough that I can cross without having to even try and jump it. Okay, so there is a desert temple right there. I don't know if I've actually explored that one or not. I think I have. We'll go check it out, make sure that we have emptied it out. But I think that one's the one visible or fairly close to the village. Let's see. Yeah, it's over towards the village. So I'm pretty sure it's the one close to the village and that we have explored it. So let's go ahead and go over there. We know that if we've got a dugout for the horse, that we've probably explored it. The other ways we can tell for sure whether we've explored it or not is if we put those crazy things on top of it like that. Yeah, that's kind of a dead giveaway, huh? What was I doing? I was probably just wasting stuff that I didn't need or didn't want to take back with me. So now we'll go back to the village. Let's jump on top of the blacksmith. That seems like a good way to get over. Okay, there we go. Made it over. Alright, so go on in here. Alright, so we did get some good stuff from that other desert temple, and we also got a few things from the blacksmith, which was a little bit of iron, the book, the saddle, the TNT. I'm just going to keep that in there. We don't need to take it with us anywhere. We're actually going to leave the golden apples here. The cactus can stay. The sponge will stay. Although before we do get rid of the sponge, I'll run down here to the water and soak it up. I've got a furnace right there, so if I can cook, so get this out, and then we'll go like that. Okay, so a wet sponge. There we go. Now it's a wet sponge. Before it was just a sponge, now it's a wet sponge. So then we'll go over here to the furnace. We'll stick it in the furnace, and we'll just stick a thing of, well, a couple sticks. Put a couple sticks in there, and that should cook it. And dry it out. There we go. So we dried the sponge out. So now if we did not get it, then here in just a little bit, it should tell us that we have dried a sponge and give us the achievement. But I think I've already got that achievement. I'm just not sure. And I guess I could go into the menu and check and see, but I'm not going to. We're gonna. But that's how you get that achievement. If you're wondering, that's how you do it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get off and leave you guys. But I will be back. I will be back here later tonight. I'm not sure exactly when because I'm probably going to charge my headset. But we will see you soon. Bye.